David is here.
My wife. Hey, Alvaro.
How are you?
I'm very good, sir. How are you?
Well, it's a beautiful day today,
Yes,
so
it is. And this is another one. All my work is ceramic except for her, the piece that you saw, and another one, the one with the bottle, is also, that's all plaster and gypsum, which is like a hard, very, very hard form of plaster. But everything else I work in ceramics.
okay.
But
Well,
right there. Exactly.
okay. Yes. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Is there a way I can?
There's a little.
Okay, I got it.
And anything that possibly, we're just going to lower it to the ground now. Because I can get it from here, I think.
Okay.
Yes,
It is heavy.
it is. This one's heavy.
Okay. Hopefully this.
Now, actually, I'm going to spin it around. I'm going to pull it over the threshold instead of on it. That's actually just the stuff, and I got it now. I have the balance. It's easier for me to pull it over this threshold than push it. I used to move furniture for a living. So you let it kind of gently drop down. Okay. And the guy's stuff wasn't a great stuff. It was kind of cool. But I didn't think, but he used more like paper mache, which made it so much lighter. And so I didn't
Taller than me.
Okay, it's still gonna be good.
I said it's taller than me.
It won't fall. That's okay, There you go, cut it. Quick pro push. Okay, so this one's called Step 1. Laura's has all the prices, and this was called Step 1. Many-wear apparel, silver, alcohol, whatever, from Alcoholics Anonymous. This is Dead Lover, the Dead Lovers, right here. Yep. This is the Embrace right here. So you guys will know. We're doing a little recording. And over here is War.
What is this?
Just War.
War, okay.
Faith.
Fate. And it's fate. Hey, look, the fate is behind the sky.
Very cool. And there's a crucifix. Like it's actually, maybe it's a rosary.
Yeah.
This is actually an old friend of mine. His name's Bill. Bill Creedle is the name of this. This is actually raku. A raku glaze, which is I'm charging a little bit more than I would with that one, but that's all written down. This is, what do we say, Matilda? In case you have to look at the prices. Waltzing Matilda. This one right here is, we don't have a name for this yet, do we?
No.
I think her name was Jill at one time, but we're just calling her Lady right now. And this is the Beholder, as in like beauty's in the eye of the beholder. My friend calls it like the transgender piece. I don't know why she does that, but maybe. That's not it, the name of it. It's the Beholder, like maybe she's looking at you, or maybe she's judging your beauty. I don't know. But this all.
Matilda was when you started working on Matilda on this sculpture. How you can? This is a model. Somebody was.
No, this was just
from your mind, and you say it's maybe the name.
I don't really have. It's untitled right now. I can come up with a clever name if you want me to.
Okay.
Between
but something that came to your mind how to do this piece?
This was just an experiment for me. I usually work in ceramics, and so what happened was I was watching a YouTube video of a guy doing how to sculpt in plaster. So I was watching and said, I can do this. However, he was working more in paper, so I just decided to it's like a rebar skeleton, a rebar and wire skeleton, and I just started clumping on drywall, like you would build a house with drywall, plaster, and gypsum, which is gypsum's a much stronger plastic. They take the plaster and they crush it down, and then they heat it up to a higher temperature, and it makes a stronger plaster. So this is just really an experiment, and it's kind of like, she's like, don't mess with me, or she's trouble. So anyway,
because the expression is very interesting, you know, the
yes, she's almost looking through you. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I didn't really have anything in mind. And
Those two, I forgot what the brown one's called, where she's ripping the life out of them.
The Dead Lovers.
The Dead Lovers. He made that for like an old past girlfriend, and he made that blue one is for us, and you see we're kind of even, and it's more of an embrace, a loving embrace.
Well, it's very cliche. There's as one, you know.
Yes.
But anyway.
But I think it's funny because I did say, you know, stop with all the morbid, you know. So
Well, Delia is going to be the curator for the show.
Awesome.
So she's the one who's going to organize. For the open house, first open house, we wanted to make sure that the chairs, for the people that sit and read, you know,
When are the
are
writers going to
not
be here?
interfering. The 13th, same
Okay,
day.
same day, because I want to be here for, I want to make, okay, that's awesome. I'm sure we'll do.
Do you need help?
No, it's okay. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Hold on. Maybe I need to help you here, right?
okay. Gotta go up.
I got it.
Okay, it's going to be heavy.
It's okay. It's not that heavy.
Okay.
Let's go all the way to.
Now I have to get that little Ziploc bag out. The thumb.
I brought it with you.
Let me get that thumb piece of the zip. Okay, yeah, you stay.
Well, will be two more pieces to visit the gallery, and we are ready for next open house on the 13th. So, David, how do you feel about doing your show here? Your first solo show is this?
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for the opportunity to let me show my work in your gallery. I think it goes well with the surrealism. It's an honor. I'm pretty new at this, and I'm excited to have a first solo show. My art is not everybody's cup of tea, so to speak. So it's great to have a chance to show it here, and I'm excited about the turnout, and I think it's a good fit for your gallery. It's a very good
Yeah,
fit.
it's a beautiful piece. Tell me something about this piece. It's called.
I call this the Prodigal Son. If you know the traditional story behind the Prodigal Son, the son goes out and he spends all of his father's riches basically, and he's destitute, and he eventually comes home, his father sees him from a tower and goes to greet him before he can be shamed by the villagers. He forgives him for blowing his inheritance or riches or whatever. And for me, the prodigal son was more always a metaphor for God forgiving man. I kind of left the God. For me, this was the face of God when I made this night. It started out as it always was going to be the prodigal son piece, and I kind of left it androgynous, like unisex, higher power, so to speak. So. It's another working title I like to use was Second Skin. It's like he's not only shedding his skin, he's also shedding his sin. And this could be like the paternal father or the eternal father, so to speak. So that's and this was kind of an experiment, to be honest with you. This was just all fooling around with some plaster and gypsum. It's got a skeleton inside made out of rebar and whatnot.
So I see so many stories that we are going to, with time to record it. Can you tell me about this piece?
Okay. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and there's a passage out of the How It Works is one of the big chapters we like to read off of in Alcoholics Anonymous, and one of the passages is we tried to hold on to our old ideas, but the result was nil until we let go absolutely. So basically, it's a person letting go of their old beliefs, which may have held them back in life. It's old ideas. Letting go of old ideas is kind of like a metaphor for that. It's kind of that's what it's basically about.
What is this material?
This is all ceramic.
Ceramic.
With this would be some slate, and this is just an acrylic paint over top of the ceramic. It's been bisque fired with slate and rebar. And
okay, thank you.
This is just a ceramic. It's I like to call this piece. It's the beholder. It's not the most. It's a little gruesome. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And when I look at it, I want the viewer to kind of think is maybe she is beholding us, looking at us. I mean, you know, a friend of mine calls it my transgender piece. Am I allowed to say that? That's what she recognized right away. I don't see it as that, but it's the beholder. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and I'm kind of leaving it up. It's kind of open there. I like it. It is a little gruesome, but it's also beautiful at the same time, I think.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Okay.